So this video is about representing data. We're going to be doing dot plots, histograms, etc. So first it says when we're analyzing data, it can be helpful to look at data graphically. So there's 3 different ways we can look at data with graphs. So it's not the typical graph you think with like the little grid. You're going to be able to do a dot plot, a histogram, or a box plot, which is also called a box and whisker plot. So a dot plot is a frequency plot that shows the number of times a response occurred in a data set where each data value is a dot. So to create a dot plot, you're going to need to find the minimum and maximum of the data set and then draw a line between the min and the max. So you're creating a number line for it. You're going to place a dot above the number on the number line every time it occurs. So for our example, we have Ms. Strickland asked the first 15 students that walked into her class how many hours a week they spent studying, and here are the responses. We need to create a dot plot. So we already have the number line created, so now we just need to go through and put a dot over each of these numbers on the number line. So 5, I'm going to cross it out and put a dot. 7, and when we make these dots, you want to make sure they're at about the same level. 10 and 10, so I'm going to put 2 dots on 10. 10, 10, 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 10, 9, 10, 9, 5, 8, 5, 8, 8, 6, 8, 6. So we're done. That's our dot plot. Next, we have a histogram. A histogram is a frequency plot that shows the number of times a response or range of responses occurred in a data set. So first, you need to organize your data, assign categories to your data, and then find the frequency for each one. So we do that by tallying it and then counting them up. So then you need to graph your data, letting the categories on the x-axis and frequencies on the y-axis. And then you're going to draw a bar above each category that extends to the appropriate frequency. So let's see this example. The following numbers represent the midterm scores for your class. Make a histogram that represents the data. So let's see. So when we're looking at these, we have numbers that are in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on. We don't have any numbers less than in the 50s, so 50s is going to be our first range. So we're going to put our range from 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99, and did we have any 100s? We did not, so we can stop right there. If we had 100, you'd have to do 100 to 109. So now we're going to tally them up. So 63, I'm going to cross it out and put a tally on the 60 to 69. 70 goes 70 to 79. 81, 90, 98, 72, 65. So I'm just going through and tallying them up. So you go ahead and do this while I'm doing this. Okay, so I just got to 96, and that's the 5th one on my 90s. So make sure you put a line across it, because that's how you tally. The 5th one goes across. And again, 83 needs a tally across. 74 is going to tally across. 67 is going to tally across. 73, 96, and 92. Okay, so I have all my tallies. Once we have that, we're going to write the numbers to the sides. So we have 2, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your chart should look like mine. So check that. Okay, now we need to fill this out. So my up and down is going to be my frequency. And that goes from 2 to 8. So I'm going to count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you do that, you want to make sure your tallies are about the same distance apart. 1, your little tally marks like for the numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next we're going to make the little bars. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first section, second section, third, fourth, fifth. So I'm not going to actually write the number on the tally though for the range. The ranges are going to be 50 to 59. So I have to write that right here. And then 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99. Okay, now we're going to start actually creating our little bars. So it's kind of like a bar graph, but they're all going to touch. So I have my first one goes up to 2. So I'm going to go over and down. I'm just going to make that one like that. 60 to 69 goes up to 5. So you're starting on the line that you already had, going up to 5 and over and down. I like that one, squiggles. And you want them to be about the same width every time. 70 to 79 is 6. So you go up and over and down. I'll make that one polka dotted. 80 to 89 is 5, so I'm back at 5, so it should be the same height as the one to the left. And then the last one is 90 to 99 is up at 8. So up, over, down. I'll make that big polka dots. So you have officially created a histogram. Okay, let's go to the next page. So next we have a box and whisker plot, or a box plot, and that shows the minimum, maximum, Q1, median, and Q3 for the data set. Your box plot is the middle 50% of the data is indicated in the box. So that's the IQR that we talked about the other day. So you first have to be able to find the min, Q1, Q3, median, and max. So that's called the 5-number summary. You're then going to draw a number line that includes the min and the max, and then you're going to first draw your box, and then you're going to do your line in the middle of the box, and then your points on the outside are your min and your max. So for this, you're going to need to use Desmos. So you have to make sure you have Desmos on either your computer or your phone. So I'm going to show you the Desmos on my phone. It's called Desmos Test Mode, if I can find it. You can do test mode or you can do the regular Desmos. So this is what your test is going to look like when you take the EOC. So we're going to use the graphing calculator for most of it, so make sure it's highlighted and then hit Start Practice. And when you're doing this, to get your 5-number summary, you have to click Functions, Stats, and then you're going to click Stats down here on the bottom left. So it puts parentheses, but since we're doing a list of numbers, you have to make sure you find your little bracket. So on here, where is it? ABC, oh, there it is, ABC and then bracket. And then we're going to type our numbers in. So we're just going to list them just like they do. 2, comma, 2, comma, 4, comma, 5, comma, 2, comma, 1, 1, 1, 0, 3, 4. This is a long data set. 7, 2, 1, 3, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. So I have them all listed out, and then you want to make sure you hit enter and it'll close it out for you. So we have our 5-number summary. So let's see. So our minimum was 0. Our Q1 is 1, 2, 3, and 7. All of that came from Desmos. So just remember, when you're doing this, you're doing stats. It pops up a parenthesis, but you have to put a bracket, and then you list all your numbers. And then after you do that, you press enter, and it gives you your 5-number summary. So now that we have that, we can make our box and whisker plot. So first thing we want to do is make the box. So the box consists of these 3 middle. So your outside of the box is Q1. So we're going to put a line at Q1, put a line at Q3, which is 3, and then you're going to put a line again in the middle for your median. So you have 3 lines, and then you're going to connect all the tops and connect all the bottoms. Okay, your min and your max are going to get little dots on it. Those are going to be our whiskers. So 0 gets a dot, and we're going to connect it. 7 gets a dot, and we're going to connect that back. So we have a really long whisker there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and I need you guys to go watch video number 2, which finishes our notes.